The 2026 World Cup hasn't even started, and some of the biggest stars are already out. And with the biggest tournament in football coming once every 4 years, missing it through injury is one of the worst things that can happen to any player. So today, we're looking at 7 players who will miss the tournament through injury and the impact it will have on their national team. Let's start. Number 1. Rodrygo. Unfortunately, Brazil's biggest attacking link is gone. The Real Madrid forward suffered a devastating ACL and meniscus injury, which completely ruled him out of the World Cup. This is a huge blow for Brazil, because Rodrygo had become an essential part of their attacking system. He wasn't just playing on the wing, he was constantly moving, linking play and creating space for players like Vinicius Jr. His intelligence and versatility made him almost impossible to replace. Without him, Brazil loses a big part of its creativity, and their attack becomes much easier to predict. Number 2. Hugo Ekitike. Just when everything was going perfectly, it all stopped. And let's be honest, France suffers a major loss with Hugo Ekitike. After an incredible season where he established himself as one of Europe's most promising strikers, everything was set for him to have a huge World Cup. But an Achilles tendon rupture changed everything. This type of injury is one of the most serious in football and requires a long recovery, meaning there were no chance for him to be ready in time. For France, it's a tactical problem as well, because Ekitike offered a very complete profile. He combined physical presence, speed and technical ability, adding that he had already developed a strong connection with Kylian Mbappe, so replacing that won't be easy. Number 3. Serge Gnabry. For him, it's a nightmare all over again, creating a very frustrating situation for both him and Germany. The Bayern Munich winger picked up a serious muscle injury just before the tournament, rolling him out once again, and what makes this even more painful is that this isn't the first time. In fact, Gnabry also missed the 2018 World Cup due to injury, so once again he will have to watch it from home. For Germany, this means losing an experienced player who can score goals and perform in big moments. It also increases the pressure on young talents like Jamal Musiala, who will now have to take on an even bigger role. Number 4. Estevao. At just 18 years old, he is already seen as one of the brightest talents in world football, and many were expecting him to be Brazil's surprise weapon in this tournament. However, a serious hamstring injury now puts his participation in serious doubt. What makes this situation even more concerning is how much football he has already played at such a young age, with over 100 professional appearances. Questions are being raised about whether young players are being pushed too hard, too early. In any case, if he misses out, Brazil loses a player capable of bringing unpredictability and energy off the bench. But before we continue, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Number 5. Juaquin Panichelli. Surely one of the most heartbreaking stories on this list. The young Argentine striker was enjoying a breakout season, and he had done everything right to earn his place in the squad, being, by the way, the second highest scorer in Ligue 1 with 16 goals. But unfortunately, during a training session, he suffered another ACL injury, the second in his career, which immediately ended his World Cup dream. The reaction from the Argentina camp said everything, with the coach Lionel Scaloni visibly emotional when speaking about him. So it's a heartbreaking moment for a player who worked so hard to reach this level, and for Argentina, it also means losing a very different attacking option. Number 6. Eder Militao. Coming back to Brazil, who have been heavily affected by injuries, including Eder Militao. The Real Madrid defender was expected to be the leader of Brazil's backline, but a recurring muscle injury has rolled him out of the World Cup. This is a massive blow, because Militao doesn't just bring defensive quality, but also speed, physicality and experience at the highest level. Without him, Brazil's defense looked far less stable. And for a team that is already very attack focused, this could create serious balance issues. So if they want to go all the way, they need to find a solution, and quickly. Number 7. Juan Foyth. And finally, one of those players who often goes under the radar. He may not always be in the spotlight, but his role in the squad is extremely valuable. After suffering an Achilles tendon rupture, he was immediately rolled out of the tournament. His ability to adapt to multiple positions made him a key tactical option for Argentina, especially in difficult matches where flexibility is essential. Losing a player like that might not make headlines, but it can make a difference over the course for a World Cup. So while these injuries might affect different players in different ways, the impact is the same. National teams are losing key players in the worst possible time. So players like Lamine Yamal and Arda Güler, who are currently injured, will need to recover in time for the 2026 World Cup. And for you, which absence is the most important? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe and turn on notifications for more football content. Ciao!